stomach contains a pot of boiling water. The night is growing chillier by the moment. Soon it will be downright frigid. Joseph hastily throws together a soft bed of straw, covering it with the meager supply of blankets that they brought with them as extra padding and warmth. This will have to do, considering the frantic nature of the circumstances before them. Mary clutches her abdomen and cries out in a pitiful wail, announcing her increasing labor pains. There will be still more of this to come, and it will come so much more intensely and often, but she is in full labor now. Joseph coaxes a blaze of warmth from the manger's little fireplace. The birthing room has been well stocked with firewood and kindling. During certain times of the year, the quarters need to be warmed, not only for the little lambs born there, but also for their miserably pregnant mothers. Perfect. Everything has been provided. It is as if God knew exactly what he was doing. Joseph breathes in wonderment at it all as the fire begins to crackle. He glances around their tight quarters. So this is where our Holy Child is to be born? He wonders to himself. But why here? He eases over to Mary and strokes her hair, attempting to bring her a few moments of comfort before the child begins to show himself. As she lay in her makeshift bed, he lifts a small cup of water to her lips, a little something to hold back her currently parched condition. She gulps down its meager contents. Then she moans again, breathing in short, labored pants. In that moment, it hits him. Just what is happening here? Has this not this very location in which they're currently concealed been directed by Yahweh himself? Of course it has. How can it not have been? If God is in control of all their circumstances, if this is truly the Messiah she is carrying, then this place is no accidental birthing room. The scriptures come flooding back to Joseph from his boyhood's synagogue teachings. The Messiah that the Jewish people yearned for was long ago prophesied through the words of the prophet Micah to come from Bethlehem. Everyone knows that. But not only that, but Messiah was foretold to be initially revealed from a very specific place in Bethlehem. Even the shepherds know this. A great number of rabbis speak of it as well. Why has this not been obvious to him all along? Joseph begins repeating the two passages, rapid fire, both given from the very same prophet, only verses apart. He repeats them over and over while Mary listens, with startled eyes, wide open with wonder. She too remembers the promises spoken by the prophet Micah. But you, Bethlehem Ephratah, though you are small and among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from old, from ancient times. Micah 5:2. And you, O tower of the flock, the stronghold of the daughter of Zion, to you shall it come, even the former dominion shall come, the kingdom of the daughter of Jerusalem. Micah 4:8. And here they are, in Bethlehem, and now at this very moment they are inside the tower of the flock, a place known by everyone in Bethlehem and foreseen by the prophet. Now it is happening to them. To them. The ancient prophecy is about them. A lowly and apparently preordained couple from Nazareth. This is too much to take in. Mary weeps as they embrace each other in holy awe and wonder at what God is doing through their simple, humble lives and their simple obedience. The young woman cries out again, and then again, and yet again. Her labored breathing and sounds of guttural groaning become almost an inhuman resonance. This last pain is far more agonizing than anything before it. There is no doubt now, very soon there will be a baby born in the tower of the flock. Mary pushes and pants. Soaked in perspiration, she heaves deep raspy breaths in and out, in and out. Joseph consoles and encourages, mopping her forehead with a damp rag and moistens her parched lips with cool water. Mary screams out again as tears pour down her face, but she is resolute. Mercifully, there finally comes a moment of relief. But these merciful minutes slip by ever so quickly, and the labor pains resume. More shrieking, panting, consoling, sweating, pushing, crying. Then in the next moment, the baby's head crowns, and finally the child comes forth at just the right time, according to Scripture, and at just the right place. He is here, in Bethlehem, in this preordained spot, arranged by a Roman decree, without the author of that decree having any inkling of what the stroke of his pen has just assisted. However, a heavenly decree has indeed come to fruition in this very place, in this very moment, in this very town. Soon the temple shepherds will know about his arrival as well, but not quite yet. His first angelic cry pierces the stillness of the star-spangled Bethlehem night. The newborn cries of this precious little one fold in with the common night sounds of the adjacent city. Dogs bark in the nearby fields and byways. The last far-off sounds of the city's residents, making their final preparations for the night, punctuate the moment. A distant bleat of lambs in the pastures fill in the refrains of the evening's noise. The producers of each of these sounds are oblivious to what has just happened at the Tower of the Flock. Yahweh's divine plan is unfolding all around them, yet the entire event is still a mystery to the town's inhabitants and to the world, and most importantly, to Satan's dark domain. The seed of the woman that he has been frantically searching out down through the ages has just arrived, so peacefully, so silently, so unnoticed. Moments later, Mary cradles the lamb slain before the foundations of the world to her breast. Joseph cuddles both of them in a close embrace. For the time being, they are a family. They are the chosen ones, ordained by the Creator of the universe himself. They have been raised up for this very moment to be co-workers in the accomplishment of this prophetic and divine task. Together they weep and wonder and worship. It has happened. Emmanuel has arrived. And now they are holding him in their arms. On this night in the Tower of the Flock birthing room, in the city of David, Mary has brought forth her firstborn son, just as the Scriptures long ago predicted. She has wrapped him in swaddling bands, strips of cloth that had been prepared by the shepherd priest, just like the perfect lamb that he is. These priestly anointed bands were fashioned for little mewing lambs, the ones meant for the daily sacrifices. But Joseph has collected the strips into a bundle and brought them to Mary, now to be used to gently safeguard their brand new baby boy. After securing her son, Mary enfolds him further in warm blankets and lays him in the feeding trough built into the side of the wall in the manger. She whispers his name in his little ears as she bends over and lowers her face toward his. Yeshua, she coos as she seeks his attention. He opens his eyes and they meet hers, a moment of holy connection, mother and child. Of course, he can't smile back yet, but his eyes say it all. Mary melts into them and weeps. Yeshua is indeed heaven's name for him, just as heaven's angelic messenger had instructed her 9 months earlier. The angel had introduced himself as Gabriel. He had said he was the one chosen by God to deliver the message of the divine task and the challenge of it to Mary. He had seemed just as honored to be a part of the mission as Mary was. 8 days from now, she will declare Yeshua as his given name. She will announce this fact before the priests in Jerusalem, just as her newborn boy is being dedicated at the temple. But in this moment, once mother and child are safe, Joseph eases the door open and looks outside. The sky is blanketed by uncountable pinpoints of glimmering lights. The temperature has already fallen significantly. Joseph pulls up his collar, closes the door behind him to keep the heat in, and shudders in the chill night air as he stands there, still immersed in the wonderment of this journey, this night, this child. Mary is napping, utterly exhausted. After caring for their donkey, Joseph goes back inside. He lights the lantern and hangs it just inside the door. The window now glows orange, brighter than the light produced only from their warming fire. There are shepherds in the distance, keeping a careful watch over their flocks during the night hours, the time when the little lambs are most vulnerable. A number of shepherds are still sitting around the campfires, waiting for their shifts among the sheep and their turns in the surrounding guard towers. Joseph has seen the fires dotting the countryside. This is the little town's legacy, the sacred mission of the shepherds, which has been going on since the days of the first temple's construction and had resumed again with the rebuilding of the temple after Israel's Persian captivity. Tomorrow will be yet another long and routine day for the rotating shifts of shepherds that will deliver more male lambs to the temple. The parade of shepherds and sheep will once again begin plodding down the Bethlehem to Jerusalem roadway, just as it did yesterday and the day before that and for ages past. So for the shepherds, this is a night just like all others before it, and all others that will come after it. It is merely a part of the expected stuff of life in first century Roman Empire in the province of Judea, birthing sheep and paying taxes. At least